And then let's record.
Hey!
Hello.
We are here. We are here. Wait, where are we? Is this your fake screen? Did you put a fake?
Wait.
Nope. It's real. That's actual glass. Yep. Definitely don't break it.
I wasn't going to be like,
we don't want to
safety glass, watch this, boom, and then
we don't want to get charged for the incidentals because incidentally we could break it.
Incidentally. So anyway, that being said, I will say that we are in beautiful Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe! Wait, why are we... Okay, first off, what is this stream? What are we doing today? It is two guys
that
talk
poker.
Yes, and play poker, of course.
We always do.
Tahoe. Why are we here? We've been talking about this episode for quite a while. Why are we here?
It's a special day for a very old individual that used to roll around with the dinosaurs.
There's dinosaurs back in his day.
I owe Jesus money, and I didn't pay him yet. So
is that why he flipped over? Is that why he flipped over the table?
I hope he doesn't track me down.
I hope not.
Anyway,
I hope not.
We are in Lake Tahoe for
this guy's birthday.
And here we are. Doing live
stream. We're super excited to be here with you, having us join us in Lake Tahoe to hear what we have to say, to have fun. We're going to talk poker. This is going to be super fun.
We always talk about
poker, but this is a Lake Tahoe version, and we're here for the World Series of Poker Circuit event, which actually has been going on for several days. This is the last day, so we're going to bring you all the updates that we had. We're going to go through everything that happened. We have a great show in store for you.
Amazing show.
And T, you know what? I'm going to ask you, since it's your birthday today, actually. Today is your birthday.
It is today the
exact day for the birthday. Yes. Exact day. Now, I'm going to ask you, what did you learn from last year? One thing you could take that you learned from last year. Like your biggest learning moment.
My biggest
It could be poker. Because it's poker, let's maybe keep it. You want to keep it poker? Do anything.
Well, I will say I have two things. Because I thought about this. Because I always think about this. I always ask this question of others.
It's great.
So I love that you asked it about poker.
Yeah.
The number one thing that I've taken away in the last year is two words that has changed my whole perspective on tournament poker.
Just fold?
Late registration.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Late reg. The hack. The hack that we all know. The hack that we all love.
And by the way, it proves it again today. When the tournament started, there were two tables, 16 dudes. Okay? By the end of it, there were 130 runners, I think, and maybe 160 runners. So lots of people came at the end there. So that was that one.
They were slim. So many people.
Yes. So that one's poker.
So that's great. Late reg. Now, what is one thing, your best memory or one thing that you want to do for next year? Like a goal, huge goal for next year that you want.
Okay. Huge goal for next year. Well, in poker, it's always what I always go for. Rings and bracelets, right? But
would you put them on the same hand if you had a bracelet and a ring? Would you wear it on the same, or would you do different to kind of be baller? You'd be
so I would wear my bracelet on my hand and I would put the ring around my neck. So see, not here, but you see I have this. This guy who the chain has a little medallion, that's going to be replaced.
I'd probably put it on my hat. Maybe I'd glue it to my hat.
That would be baller.
People are like, why do you have that fucking thing on your hat?
That would be baller.
Yeah.
Okay,
done.
so one thing for next year, I will say, because, again, I joke around that it's not about, it's not about being age old. It's about how old are you spirit wise.
That makes sense.
Now people say old spirits and all that, but young at heart.
What are spirits?
Right? Young at heart.
Makes sense.
So what I realized last year, and now I'm going to implement it for next year too, is continue to stay young at heart, surround myself with people who have that great energy. So that's what I'm going to do.
If there's one person that I would say that is young at heart, you're the youngest guy I know.
Thank you. I am a 12-year-old, 13-year-old teenage boy, and I do shenanigans. Oh, and we might be talking about some of those.
Shenanigans. And I would say I would not be here with anyone else celebrating their birthday. It's a pleasure to be here with you, celebrating your birthday and doing a stream for you live.
Boom.
Doing it live. Yes.
Let's go.
So we have a great show in store for you. So we're going to jump into current events.
So
obviously, World Series of Poker circuit event.
Yes.
You were playing much longer than I was. Probably over, how many events did you play?
I played 5 events.
5 events. Okay. 5 events. So 5 events, World Series of Poker events. What events did you play? How did you do overall? Give me a rundown.
Remember when we were on the stream the last time, and you said, "Oh, the schedule just came out, and I know that you're going to be disappointed about something."
Yeah.
And I made a little noise. What was that noise I made?
Is that a ghost? It sounds like a ghost. Meets a dog.
Horse.
Ghost horse. Scary. Ghost
horse.
Horse dog.
There was no horse events.
No horse events.
So instead, I decided to play the typical WSOP circuit, which is the $400 20-minute blind turbo.
Yep.
And the first entry, final table.
Hey,
baby.
final table,
what
baby.
Place?
Oh, fifth place.
Final table.
So how many runners? How many runners were in that?
In this one, I don't know, 150 or somewhat.
Okay.
Something around there.
So that's good. So final table, you finished 5th. That's top 10, 5, 2%. What? 2? Yeah. That's great. I mean, look, to final table in a ring event where you have a lot of other people coming in. I mean, yes, there are people here that are not, they come out of the woodworks, but then there's also people who are ring hunting. Like we saw Ari Engel. The guy, fucking guy, he probably
rings.
bought in 7 times just this event today. 100%.
He probably bought
and
in
I saw him.
30 of those runners.
He's the poor man's version of what's that guy's name? Jesse Eisenberg, the guy that played in The Social Network.
Oh yeah. He looks like
he does look like it. He's a poor Facebook guy. Yeah. So he's the poor man's version.
Ari just looks a bit more torn up because he sits around and plays poker the whole time. It's kind of like
we should have had him on the podcast. We said we're doing a podcast. You want to come up to
fitness? Ari, we're going to help you with your fitness and eat right because you're looking a little torn there, brother.
Yep.
I sat next to him today, as a matter of fact, and he busted out right before I did.
Yeah. So that was your best finish, was that? And then I got here yesterday, right? And we played yesterday in a turbo, which I normally I'm like turbo. We'll see. We had a few cocktails
15 minutes,
15-minute turbo, and we went to late reg, which actually gave us decent structure. It's the hack. I started playing. I got a couple amazing run, etc. A couple hands that really held up. Ace King quite a few times. That was my main hand. That was
big,
solid,
slick.
Yeah, big slick.
It was not big shit.
It was not big shit. It was big slick. I finished 9th. So final table finished 9th. Yay! So for us to both
two final
tables in a circuit event, my first event, of the circuit and then etc. I'll take it, even though it's not a ring. We did well. We're excited for how we did. We had a lot of people that were crunk at us, which is also a big plus.
That's going to be some good stuff to talk about.
Which we'll talk about soon. Yep.
But I must say, 2 final tables with the intention of getting to a final table. Yeah. What do I always say to you? And I will say this out. Yeah. The intention is just get there. Get to the final table.
Yeah. And then you go from there.
And then,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So super excited. It was, really fun. I don't know about you, but I love making people crunk on the tables. And I had so many people. I got clock called on me, I think, more than Will Kassouf did. And that's tough. They literally he's thinking. I was like, you mean the 2-3 seconds I've taken when I folded my hand?
They were mad.
Yeah, they were super mad. They were really mad from before. Yeah. And then the floors told me, he's like, next time that you get clock called on you, it's going to be 15 seconds and then 10 seconds, instantly. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, great.
I love to not make people mad at the table. I like to just sit there and be very quiet and be respectful to all.
That's not my experience of you.
I never want to take an angle on someone that I know. That is not my experience of you. Yeah. So anyway, I love the fact of what you're saying because it is a strategy to tilt other players. And I think with Kassouf and the other guy, what's this?
Ari Engel? No, Martin Cabral.
Cabral.
Yeah.
I think
it's a strategy. I mean, it's so smart. It's what they do. Yeah.
And Kassouf took the tanking to the next level. I will say this. A lot of people hate tankers because they feel that they can't play short stack poker.
Yeah.
And really, that is it. They panic.
They're panicking. They're the same guys that buy in at the very beginning that are like, oh,
and they grind it
left.
there. And they're sweating.
Yeah.
Like,
sweating,
look, we used to be those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get real. We were the guys.
Well, but we were like, we could always
poker.
play short stack. Yeah.
But we were always like, oh, okay, we got to like make a move now. We got to do this now. So they're thinking about all this stuff. And then people like us show up and we're like,
Yep.
Exactly. And they're like watching the clock. Yeah. Literally, they're watching the clock.
Yeah.
And then I know I got you.
Yeah. So I had a lot of people upset at me. It was super fun. It's always great when you know. No, that's later. That's later. So you know when people are getting upset, you're doing it right because then they're off their game. If you can take someone else off their game, that's easier for you. They make a loose call because they think maybe you're pushing them around, and then you have aces or you have ace king or you have queens or kings or whatever. But all in all, look, I played 2 events. 50% today was it was what it was. I had jacks and ace king, but it was a great shove or and so it was it. The guy shoved actually on me. I raised pre, he shoved, I called, he had me covered, ace king versus jacks, right? Flop was 2-2-7, and then he hit the ace on the turn.
So it was what it was. Favored in that.
I was 100%.
It wasn't exactly 50-50. You were favored because, again, we should talk about this with our friends out there. You had 2 blockers to his Broadway.
And then on the flop, I was even more. I was probably 80%.
Oh, or, 7 deuce deuce.
Yeah, 7 deuce deuce. 85%, something like that.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah. So it was solid. So I'll take it. I had a solid, and that was with us buying in late. We had maybe 10 bigs, 15 bigs. I ran it up really well with a couple pair of queens twice. We had talked about this earlier. Intention-wise, I said, I'm going to hit with queens, and I hit twice with queens, and it was good. So
my intention was not strong, sir, because my ace-king suited, ace-king clubs got beat by queen jack clubs. Terrible.
And so out of the 5 events you played, you cashed 1, right? Which was the 5, but then you made it deep in another couple.
I made it deep in 2 others.
Yeah, great. Right. So I mean look, if you're making the deep runs, if you're getting the final table, if you're way ahead on that, you paid for your whole thing with that. Because
not only did this pay for all my tournaments, all 5 of them, it also paid for shenanigans. Playing like those craps things that pop around and stuff.
Easy.
And then
shenanigans.
Just like crazy things and
Yeah, and so it was cool because we got to see, coming out here the woodwork, we got to see people that we have seen in other circuit events. Like we got to see the ring leaders. You saw Mr. Lee, who's another he has 19 or 18.
Mr. Lee only has 5, but he won the WSOP championship last year.
Yeah,
right, the thing they're doing in the Bahamas. Mr. Lee won that.
There you go.
No, the other guy,
Ari Engel, and then we saw the other guy. I don't know.
Meathead guy.
That you were like, you have rings, and the guy's like, no, he didn't want people to know he had rings. That's the thing about the people with rings. You know who they are, but they try to go stealth until they get chipped up, and then they kind of say, but we know who you are.
And let's get real. He is a good player. He's a good player.
Yeah.
He didn't want me calling him out.
There's a reason, because it puts a target on his back. There's a reason they have rings. These guys have rings for a reason. They are good. They know what they're doing. They know how to navigate. It's a formula. System. It's a formula. You ride the waves. Don't play too crazy until you need to. Yeah.
It's the same formula.
So super, super fun. Yeah. We're still in the hunt for rings, which is great, but we're on our way. We are doing well. We're running it up. We both got final tables, which are, that's amazing. Like how many times did you both get final tables? We both
got the final tables.
The first, you played your first event. First table, first was the final table. Yeah. So anyways, our pre-poker experience, let's talk about this. Cause this was actually, so poker players, we very superstitious about how like the lead up to like, what are you eating? What time are you eating? What are you drinking? The hat you wear, the food that you're bringing, etc. We're very superstitious in what we do. Yeah, the hands. Your card protector, which I'll talk about later. This is my card protector. You didn't have your hand. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But pre-experience. So we like to dine, especially with the late tournament. We knew we had time to dine before. So we went to dine at
3 o'clock
at Wolf's.
Like 3:30, 3:30,
4:45. 4.
No. It was
Oh,
like
we finished. Okay,
right, because you know what happened.
Yeah.
See?
Oh no.
We literally went there 3:30 for senior citizen dining.
Senior citizen
Because
discount. It was
our
closed.
tournament was
oh
at
no, were
5:30.
they open earlier?
Oh,
It opened
it
at
was
5.
open,
Oh,
yes.
okay. You're right. So, anyways, we went to Wolves, which is a Vanderpump place, right? So super. We're thinking.
I love Lisa Vanderpump.
Yeah, we're thinking this is going to be real nice. This place is going to be epic.
Yeah.
Let's go here.
Yes.
Right? And everything was starting out really lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely
the drink was good.
waitress. She was amazing. Really, really nice. Espresso
great.
martini we ordered, both of us. We looked at the menu. There was a 4-ounce filet that looked amazing. Now, our server asked us, how would you like this prepared, etc. And then I told her, I said, listen, I do have allergies. I have dairy allergy as well as other allergies. But please just do no sauce. If there's any sauce, do no sauce. I just want salt and pepper, please.
And he said French fries, just plain French fries, right?
Yep.
So then she's writing it all down. Then she says to me, "What about you?" I said, "Me, the opposite of him. I want tons of sauce. I want my French fries with all sorts of stuff on them. No restrictions." And she's like, "All right." And then she goes off. And then what happened?
And then she comes back, and guess what? With the fillets, they both have sauce on them. And I said, I'm so sorry. I can't eat this. Can you please take this back and take the sauce off? And she's like, okay. It takes another 20 minutes to come out. And then he's eating. Obviously, he's eating. I'm like, whatever.
Well, remember, what were my fries like?
Yeah, they were plain. So she gave him the plain fries, still with the sauce on top. She didn't mix it up. And they brought it for us, as, whatever. So she gave him the wrong fries. And me the wrong steak. Then she brings it out again. Guess what? Steak is plain, but now the fries have the truffle on it. The cheese.
And I'm like, oh, that looks so good.
Yeah.
So then,
so then we say, just keep. He's gonna have the fries, whatever. But if you can just bring me other fries, I don't even care at this point. I'm just hungry. I want to eat the steak, right? So she's like, okay, whatever. No, real apologies. I don't remember.
She thought
and we did say, and she did give us attitude, and we said it was his birthday. No, happy birthday, etc. So we get through the dining experience. She finally brings it out. Guess what? We finish eating. We're over it at this point. She didn't apologize. No manager touchdown. At the very end, she brings the bill. Everything's on there. Nothing was like, I took care of a round of drinks or whatever. No manager touchdown. There was no remorse. So I've been in the service industry for 20 years, right? So I'm always going to tip no matter the experience, which sucks for me, but also it's great for them because they're like, I guess, whatever. Troy's the opposite.
Guess what I did?
I wish you had the receipt or the picture.
You have the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, this is what I did. And my dad taught me this. If you're not going to write them a note, you leave a dime. Because if you don't leave anything, they think, oh, he must have just forgot. So you leave a dime. My dad taught me that. This is what I did. I wrote 0. Go to the first picture. I actually wrote 0. See, 0, and then in case she didn't know what that meant, I spelled out 0.
0, and then you said, "Tell Lisa, bad service, unaware," and then you went to the next picture.
I wrote more of a note.
Nice lady.
She was a nice lady. Yeah. But here's the problem.
Okay, we'll just read. Nice lady. She was nice but unaware. And F-U space K, you didn't want to spell
I didn't
fuck
say that.
Fuck up on the order unless you can't listen. And no, manager showed up, bad loser. So the manager didn't show up. So you wrote that. So
loser experience.
Yep.
And by the way, I don't tip. So I gave her a big 0.
Yep.
And then now if you're wondering out there, oh, wow, that's a really crazy story.
Yeah.
Wait,
it doesn't
more.
End. So we left. We've had a few cocktails in this one. I think this was our third. Third. Yeah, because
second.
No, because we had shots and then we and then we had the espresso. So we had 3. We were 3 deep, but still very coherent enough to get to the final table of tournament that night. So guess what? We walk out. We get maybe 10, 15 steps. Some guy chases us. This guy. We're going to show you a picture.
Some guy literally chased us out of the restaurant and said, and I'll let him tell you.
If you know this guy, run. This guy's scary. He chased and he said, how dare you guys not tip? I can't believe you didn't tip. Blah, blah, blah. Leave. And that's it. And I was like, I tipped. What?
He's telling him.
I was the one who had the issue, and I tipped. He didn't because he was, obviously.
Oh, I just wish that fool came up to me.
Yeah.
I'd tell him that. And by the way, I had my steel-toed boots on. So we at first thought.
I think he was dressed nice, so I think he was a manager, or he was a manager that was secret stealth manager that was dating the girl who was the server. I think he got mad because we didn't tip his girlfriend.
This is great.
That's what I think. Yeah. So, anyways, we're talking about stuff leading up. So this was already not a great experience, but the fact we were able to turn that into final table that night, it was good. So we wanted to tell you that experience because do not go to Wolves. Poker players, we like our good dining. We want to make sure we have a great experience. Do not go to Wolves. This
Where I will say to go, Gordon Ramsay. I went there 2 nights before. 1,000,000% different experience. Oh, and by the way, in passing, one of my friends said something about like, his birthday and all that.
Yeah.
They gave me a little birthday thing.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay
did
would never
it right.
stand for what happened there.
And
I don't think Lisa would either.
No.
So Lisa will get to know what's going on.
So here's the thing. This is how you can tell they fucked up. Today we talked to security because we're like, listen, we don't expect anything to come from this. We want you to know this is happening in your casino. We don't know if you're in charge of this place or not, but it happened on the casino floor. We got chased out, and there are other guests and patrons around. So guess what? Very, very nice guy. Jeff Lucas. He gave us
the man here at Caesars.
Limited comp for the amount of a full dining experience, which we are going to use tonight for this guy's birthday. And it says bad experience at the Wolf. So do not go to the Wolf. But guess where we're going to go? It's on the penthouse floor. Sage Steakhouse. We're excited to go. Free meal from our bad experience that happened. And we weren't expecting anything. We said, listen, you didn't have to do that. We want you to know. And I've been in the restaurant industry enough. If this is happening in my restaurant, I want to know. 100%. If my name is on the restaurant, I got to know what's happening because I have to know, how to solve it. If there's whether it's server's fault, whether it's a manager's or both, I got to know. So anyways, enough talk about the restaurant. We want to let you know this is a lead up to our event and this is what you do next time.
I will close with this, JR. I've never, ever, ever seen, and I do believe, to your point, that guy was a manager.
Look at how nice, even though the sun went down, it still looks amazing. I love it.
We're in Tahoe.
Yeah, Tahoe.
There you go.
Yeah.
A manager running out and berating a customer for not tipping.
Yeah,
wow.
and the server, the security we talked to did say, he's like, if someone came in my face, I would punch him. The security at Caesars Republic said I would punch him in the face.
I would have.
And I was like, you're right. But I was in shock. I was like car accident. I was in shock. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. It was like if I got beat by 7 deuce and I had pocket aces, right?
Like,
and all in free, and you're like, of course it happened.
It happened.
So the next part on the current events that I want to bring up very briefly, there's a couple cool poker films in the works. So there's a first one that's airing tomorrow that is a poker documentary series following some of the top, Negreanu, Phil Hellmuth, et cetera, Ivy, all these guys that they filmed 650 hours worth. That's a lot of time. 650 hours? That's crazy. And then they cut it down into a series of episodes. Yeah. Like us. He talks a lot, 100%. Good poker players talk a lot. So
we do.
Get to know us. Thanks. So 8-episode series. They follow behind the scenes. It's called No Limit. I'm excited to see it because I also have a project in the works, but it's going to follow them. I think talk mentality, talk about what they're doing, talk about why they're doing it, et cetera. So I'm super excited to see it because I also have a poker film in the works, which I can't disclose a lot of it.
I was going to say, are you going to share that on our stream?
I will. This is a coming out.
Are you coming out?
I'm coming out with a film. Yeah. So super excited. So it is an underdog story about a female poker player entering into the world's biggest event, the main series of poker, right? For $13 million prize pool up top. So it's her journey in that, and it's a feature film. And it also was entered in the Austin Screenplay Competition, the Austin Film Festival. It got top 15%, second rounder status. So I'm super excited, and I have a producer attached. We're going to take that on, and we're going to do some stuff with it. So I'm excited to see what happens with it. So I'm excited to see because the real point behind this is it's to bring in people who don't know about poker into the world, right?
Rounders.
Rounders, what Queen's Gambit did. It's Queen Gambit meets Rounders, essentially. We want to take you into the world so you understand, so you get it. Even if you know nothing about poker, I want you to know about poker. Because it makes it healthy. It's better for the game.
I got better marks out there too. If you don't know about poker, guess who's going to teach you how to play and maybe get better at poker? Me.
Yep.
See?
So it's called Main Event. I'm excited to bring it to you. I'm working on it, doing some edits, things like that after some notes. I'm excited to see what happens. So anyways, we'll move on now to hot takes. You excited for this?
I love hot takes. Do you know what the key to a hot take is?
Yep.
You have to be loud and boisterous and passionate.
I'm going to be quiet. Just kidding. Let's go. Okay. So first hot take. You want me to lead on? Oh, it's your birthday. You want to?
No.
Okay. Your choice. All right.
So I want
my hot take. What is an electronic device? So there's a rule that says no electronic devices on the table. Now, what is an electronic device? Obviously, we know cell phones. There's a laptop that is an electronic device. I think we get a little bit out of the box where I had this on the table yesterday. It's super fun. It also can be annoying.
And I wonder why he has it.
And it is irritating.
You got to put that up to your mic, man.
Oh, yeah. Lots of different sound effects. Yeah. People go crazy. They love this device. But also, for everyone that loves this, people hate it. I was on the final table. No one said anything until the final table. The one guy who actually won yesterday was like, is that an electronic device? That's interesting. I was like, yeah, it plays sound effects. A guy who hated me in seat 1, who was right to my left, on the opposite side of the dealer, I was in seat 10/9 at that point because we knocked someone out. He was like, you can't have that on the table. He brought Floor over. Floor said, it's an electronic device. You technically can't. And I was like, I can't have this? What am I going to do with this? It doesn't record. It plays a sound effect. Right? What am I going to do with this? Like, electronic device? Please.
North Korea.
Yeah. So I was like, can I have this here? I moved it back in different places. He said, no. I was like, can I have it on the ledge? And he's like, I was like, that guy's phone is on the ledge. That guy's phone is on the ledge. That guy's phone. The guy who hates me's phone is on the ledge.
The guy that hated you.
So what do you want me to do? Can I not have it on the ledge? And so the guy said, all right, you can have it on the ledge. So I was playing sound effects from the ledge, just one level up. And I'm like, does this really change the fact that it's this versus this? Who knows? We'll see. So that's my hot take is I think we need to get clear. And I think we need to say there are some electronic devices that are really not an electronic device that are, I guess, yes, it has a battery. So electronic, maybe, or it's a battery powered device. Maybe we call it. Maybe that's better. I should have unscrewed the back and said, this is a battery powered. Is it electronic? Maybe. That's my hot take. What about you, T?
Okay. My hot take, I've been thinking about this for quite some time, maybe like 15 years. Here's my hot take, okay? I shared with you the hack.
Yep.
Right? The hack is late registration.
Yep.
So this is what the casinos are going to do. They're going to say, late registration's so bad for the game. Wait, I'm trying to be in my Eric Cartman voice. Late registration's so bad for the game. Was that good?
That was great. I like that. I like the Cartman
anyway,
voice, yeah.
Great. It was a good one. Now, what are they going to do to fix it? Nothing. This is what they're going to do to fix it because they're greedy. Greeed.
I was going to say, I'm glad you didn't misspell that, but then you ended up misspelling it. But it was good. I'll take it.
Greedy. So what they're going to do is say, you can buy it as many times as you want. Do what Ari does. Just buy in 10 times so you can win another ring.
Ari does do that.
Of course he does. He told me that. He goes, I'm going to buy.
So it's $400. If he buys in 7 times, it's $2,800. And unless he finishes, which he does finish first quite a bit, it's still, he barely breaks even.
But he doesn't care. He wants to keep he's status. Chasing the guy. The other guy now has the record for the rings. Right? What's that guy's name? Maurice Hawkins has the chance. So this guy doesn't care. He just wants to get a ring.
Yep.
Okay, how about this? Maybe you play good poker. So what the casinos are going to do, they're going to say, oh, well, then if you late reg, I'm going to give you 5 big blinds.
Yep.
Ha, 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 ha. Guess what? Here's my hot take. If you want to make the game pure like it used to be, you don't allow any rebuys. You bust out, you go home. Unless it's a rebuy tournament, which they used to have those. Tournament, $400, 2 rebuys.
Specific rebuy.
There you go.
But I agree with you, actually, which is a...
Wow, that's surprising.
I know. I know. It's your birthday. I have to agree with you.
Okay,
they told me. The viewers told me I have to agree with you.
Producer,
our producer, just said we had Serena said I have to agree with you on some notes.
See, Serena, good job.
Good job, Serena. Our producer, shout out, Serena. So I will say there is a purist element. We're both purists. We only buy in once, one bullet. I think randomly you did 2 last night, and you're like,
because I didn't want to.
Fuck it, let's go.
We didn't do our late reg. Yeah, we were there an hour before, so it was terrible. Plus, we were on tilt from our tilt. So anyway, so yes, he's right. One bullet.
Yeah, but one. That's it. You get one bullet. I think it's like there's an element to like how good are you in this run that you can have.
Take you out with one. Bullet.
So I agree with you. So electronic devices, no rebuys. Let's do it. Those are hot takes. So
that's our hot takes.
So final thoughts, team. Yes. This brings us into final thoughts. As the sun set, we're about to go enjoy our dinner at Sage Steakhouse.
Let's go.
So what? So what is So on the agenda for tonight, we're obviously going to go. Our final thoughts. We're going to go do the Sage Steakhouse because we got knocked out. It was the last tournament in the series of this circuit event. And then we're going to go out tonight. We might go to a pool hall. We might meet some, some people, some fun people at bars.
So if you're fun out there, come and see us.
Lake Tahoe, let us know. Hit us up. Yeah. We'll be here. So what's next? Where do we go from here? What's next?
Well, I believe something is coming to our hometown. I love it when the circuit comes to my home turf.
So we have 2 things.
Yes.
2 big things. So circuit at Commerce. November 12th through 25th, we will be playing there. And what's after that? What's after the...
I think we touched on this in a previous show.
We did.
There's another old fool that's having a birthday.
Who's the other old fool? And it's a big one. So, yes, my birthday in December 15th, 4-0. I didn't want to tell all the viewers. It's a big one.
Well, that was Hawaii 5.
Yeah, that was Hawaii 5. Whatever. 4-0. So I'm super excited because I'm excited. We're going to bring it to you live from Vegas. We're going to Vegas to play in all sorts of events. We're going to bring it to you live. Poker events. It's going to be amazing. We're going to play from the Win. We're going to play Ari. We're going to probably not Aria. We hate Aria. Vidara.
I do hate Aria.
No, Vidara. Yeah.
Vidara,
but Win. Yeah.
MGM.
We're going to play MGM. We're going to play everything. Orleans, we might stop in.
Just I love that place. I love looking at those grinders. Hey, man, I remember you from 22 years ago. It's like, oh, you got those set of 9s on me. And I'm like,
That's me running after that comment. Yeah, so anyways, we're excited to bring you live. In December, we're going to have a lot of packages we're going to be shooting that we're going to show you us playing, etc. Show you on some of the stuff leading up to it.
And there's more of these in
our future.
Boom!
We're excited. So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to go get some grub, some food. Thank you for everyone who came out Lake Tahoe to support and with this guy. So we will see you next time at all the parties. Let's go.